is George. George was noble, brave, heroic, muscular, good-looking and hunky. One day a messenger came to him in deep distress, saying that the kingdom was being ravaged by a terrible fire-breathing dragon. This ferocious beast was demanding beautiful maidens to eat, and the drop-dead, gorgeous princess was at this very moment being chained up and taken off to become dragon's dinner. George was horrified. Seizing his sword and shield, he looked upon his snow-white horse and charged off to do battle with the ferocious beast. Arriving in the nick of time, as the languishing princess was about to be gobbled up, George heroically battled with the dragon. He slayed it and rescued the princess, who in no doubt fell desperately in love with him, and they all lived happily ever after. This is George. George was noble, brave, heroic, muscular, good-looking and hunky. One day a messenger came to him in deep distress, saying that the kingdom was being ravaged by a terrible, fire-breathing dragon. This ferocious beast was demanding beautiful maidens to eat, and the drop-dead, gorgeous princess was at this very moment being taken away and chained up to become dragon's dinner. George was rather busy that day. There was so much on telly he wanted to watch, and he'd just got to a difficult point in his adventures on Minecraft. He also couldn't see that the princess's problems were any of his business. And he was quite sure that if he just kept his head down, somebody else would nip off and sort out the dragon. Basically, George couldn't be bothered. So George, hunky, muscular, brave and heroic George, scoffed a Mars bar and settled down in front of Doctor Who. And for the dragon.
Thank you so much for that performance. When we see injustice all around us, we have a choice. We can leave the fight to someone else, or we can speak out against what is wrong, whether that's at school, at home, or in the wider world. When George was faced by difficulty or danger, however great it appeared, even in the shape of a great dragon, he did not avoid it or fear it, but went at it with all the power he could. It is exactly the way a scout should face a difficulty or danger, no matter how great or how terrifying it may appear. They should go at it boldly and confidently, using every power they can to try and overcome it, and the probability is they will. St. George's Day is on April the 23rd, and on that day, Scouts remind themselves of their promise and the Scout law. Not that a Scout ever forgets either, but on St. George's Day, they make a special point of thinking about them. So what I'd like to do now is invite our District Commissioner, Sarah Bournemouth, along with some youth members, to lead us in renewing our Scout promises. If you can all please stand.
And beaver leaders, if you could all make the Scout sign. We'll start with you guys first to renew our promise. Luke is going to help me read out the promise, and if you all follow me and Luke, okay?
I promise
to
do my best
to do my best
to be kind and helpful
to be kind and helpful
to do my best
and to love God. Okay, thank you, beavers. And cubs and cub leaders, if all the cubs can make the Scout sign, please. And repeat after Scarlett and Tom. I promise I will do my best, do my duty to God and to the Queen, to help other people and to keep the Cub Scout law. Okay, so Scouts, Explorers and Leaders. You can all follow Abigail, please.
On my honour, I promise that I will do my best to do my duty to God and the Queen, to help other people and to keep the Cub Scout law.
Thank you everybody, if you'd like to sit back down. Thank you everybody, and thank you Cubs, Beavers and Scouts. Okay, so as today is a special day, we like to hand out some awards for some of the young people, so I'd like to introduce
Here you are.
Hi, I'm here as the Scouts in the Tower Garden, Skegness. Today we've got the Mayor and Sarah Bamber, District Commissioner of Skegness and Spilsby. Can you tell us what today is about, please?
Okay, so today is the Scouts St George's Day celebration. So what we do is we celebrate St George, who's our patron saint, and we're having a bit of a party in the park, doing some activities, showcasing Scouting off at its best.
And of course we've got the Skegness Mayor as well. Can you say a few words, Mr Mayor?
I can, yes. I mean, it's a wonderful event that they've got. The weather's beautiful, as it usually is in Skegness, so and the Scouts are going to have a good time, party in the park.
Thank you, that's Party in the Park. Come on down. If you're in time when this video goes up, it won't be long, but come on down. If you're not, join the Scouts or Cubs or Beavers. This is Barry, Skegness News.